But I thought we'd take a look at our stock of the day. One that used to be, during the pandemic, before the tech crunch, a real darling of the call here, Appen, the AI group, confirming it's received an over $1 billion takeover from Canada's TELUS Group, saying while it will consider the $9.50 a share proposal, it's already seeking improved terms from the tech firm. This is the company, as the company flags its year-to-date revenue and first half earnings are falling short of previous corresponding period. Naturally, shares are flying in Appen today, up almost 30% to $8.14. Ben Clark, if you're an Appen shareholder, you'll be going, you beauty, this is my lucky day because I've been pounded in the last year or so.
Yeah, we are Appen shareholders.
Right.
And it's been we've been in there for like 5 or 6 years now, and it's been a wild ride. It's been a really tough couple of years in it. They really got nailed by Apple making these iOS changes which stopped Facebook and Google and some of their main customers being able to target advertising to their end users, and it pushed a lot of the spend that was going to happen in AI back and cancelled some spend, which played havoc for Appen's earnings and their guidance. So I guess today, if you're looking at it today, you've got to look at what you think the binary outcomes of this bid could be. To me, it's a better chance than the market's suggesting. TELUS owns the number 2 player globally, a company called Lionbridge, which is the main competitor to Appen. So to me, this is not a private equity suitor who goes and kicks tires all over the place. These guys know the industry. They would know the challenges that are facing the industry at the moment. I think the idea of being the dominant player in this industry would be a great, and a great time, opportunistic time. So I think this has got real chance of going through, but it's obviously very early stages, and hopefully they can.
So what are you doing as a shareholder now?
Definitely holding.
You're holding?
Yeah, and it's early stages. I often reckon that these things get leaked by the TELUSes. Not saying it's happened this time, but sometimes companies sit on these bids and they get frustrated that nothing's really happening, so they go to the did you know they leak it to the press? That causes shareholders to then say, guys, what are you doing to engage? And I just think that probably a lot of shareholders were pretty happy to move on.
I reckon they'd be really happy.
And I think it's a trade buy, which always means that there's a higher probability of going through. Yeah.
Right, okay. So, and if it comes through, you'll just take the money and run.
That will be your only choice.
Yeah. David, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I'd also be holding the stock at the moment. I think that valuation for tech stocks has been the biggest challenge in the last 6 months or so. Remembering the stock in August 2020 was trading at $43, so it's been absolutely crucified. They're currently trading about $8.14, I think, today. Yes, it's jumped a lot, but it's still well below the bid. So the bid's at $9.50. There's the potential that sometimes with these sorts of takeover offers, the first offer is not the last. So certainly if you're a shareholder in it, I'd be holding on to it. If you have a big appetite for risk and you haven't bought the stock, maybe there's a bit of a short-term trade that you buy it now for a takeover happening. But certainly, there's a lot of long-suffering shareholders in it. The business long-term is a good business. Management have got forecasts that they want to double their revenue by 2026, and obviously that's what TELUS have seen in that bid.
It's a funny business though, isn't it? It's sort of a tech business, but not a tech business.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It still has big staff, and it's
it's like the picks and shovels of tech. And but having said that, like the thing I've always been attracted with it is they reckon for every dollar you spend in AI, about 10 cents needs to be spent buying the data, and these guys lead the data globally. And there are other firms in the industry, but they're widely seen as not being very accurate, which means that the firms buying don't get good outcomes.